Please welcome this week's special guest, Frank. So, Sophie, what is Frank to you?
This is Frank. He kicked me out of school for arriving in a bikini.
Chris, how do you know Frank?
This is my mate Frank, and I brought him here tonight because he's desperate to meet Gloria Hunniford.
Then finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Frank?
This is Frank. I ruined his rendition of Silent Night when I blocked his tuba with my Satsuma.
So there we have it. David's team, where will you begin?
Sophie, describe the occasion when Frank kicked you out of school.
He was my headmaster.
Yeah.
And basically, I decided I wasn't going to go to school that day because I fancied something a bit different. And I didn't go in often.
Yeah.
I used to do sort of guest appearances, really. But on this occasion, I decided to go down right by school. There's a big field.
Where in the country are we, Sophie?
Bolton.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I like Bolton.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm not sure, but... Yeah. Basically, we thought we'll just do something a bit nice and civilised.
Who's we?
My sort of friends that were not connected to the school, or how it was described in the expulsion letter. So we got ourselves some lovely beers, and we'd gone to the field, and we had our stereo, and everything was going lovely. And I was wearing a bikini because I will say it was a very hot day in Bolton. They only come once a decade. We all wanted to make the most of it. But the batteries died on the stereo. So I was like, do you know what? I'll just nip in and I'll go into the tech block and I'll get some batteries and I'll bob them in my stereo and it'll all be fine.
So theft is what we're talking about.
And what happened to you in terms of Frank, then?
So Frank was my headmaster, so well, Mr. Riley was the one who caught me. He blew his whistle and screamed at me across the hallway.
Was Mr. Riley a PE teacher?
No, he wasn't, but he had the personality of one. Yeah, so anyway, then I got the letter in the post. It said Sophie's arrived in school in non-uniform. Then it put in brackets a bikini on one occasion. Right. And I was excluded. And that was Frank. Frank was a lovely headmaster, though. Yeah. I don't want to dob him in completely. He was quite nice.
I know, I don't feel that you've dobbed him in by the fact that he took some disciplinary action over a pupil who'd arrived at school drunk in a bikini, hoping to steal some batteries. I think in many ways he'd be in more trouble educationally if you'd said, and he said that was fine.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
What did your family say when they got the letter?
Well, they didn't get the letter.
Why not?
I got it. I'm not daft. I've had these letters before. I know that school logo. Right. Straight in.
There's a couple of plot points here that aren't adding up. Number one is how comfortable you are calling your former head teacher Frank. There's no way I could call him by their first name. I feel dirty, like a filthy person.
What is Frank's surname?
Mr. Vigan.
Biggin.
Vigan.
That's how my cousin from Bradford says Wigan. Vigan.